Yes, we are going to talk about AI. So, all right. So now this whole thing, I've been like everybody's been talking about AI recently, and then Elon Musk actually put out a warning uh, about AI, saying that everybody needs to take a chill, like a 6-month moratorium on this. This thing's getting ahead of us. I got a quick video of Elon talking about the dangers of AI that I sent Rob, so I want to go over that. Runs from Bears. Hey Rob, I grew up in the Midway in St. Paul. How far are you from St. Paul?
Well, so I grew up in South St. Paul. So Midway is it's by like where the Minnesota State Fair is and stuff like that. So it's probably 20-minute drive from where I grew up.
Oh, that's nice. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go with the let's play
AI
this.
video.
Let's play the AI video. And this video is basically clips of Elon over different times talking about the dangers of AI. And then I want to get into what my fear is with AI.
Huh. He so that's actually the parish I grew up in. And we're gonna have our daughter baptized there after she's born later this summer. So
That's
that's
the one
awesome.
that had the Novus Ordo and the TLM.
Mm-hmm. It used to. Um, it got combined with another parish in South St. Paul. The other, the church from that other parish is now where the Novus Ordo is sid, and then St. Augustine's is where the TLM is sid in that combined parish.
So Joseph Diodati says he was in conversation with some business owners recently, and they're all using Chat GPT to write them ads. Listen, I use Chat GPT for something for my daughter's confirmation. So, all right, let's get into this video. Let's watch this.
You're like, oh, AI is going to be the next golden calf. Oh, we're going to make it an idol. Oh, I'm gonna use it to write my daughter's confirmation essay.
We'll get into why I think it's the next golden calf. And it's not Chat GPT I'm worried
We're
about.
rapidly headed towards digital superintelligence that far exceeds any human. I think it's very obvious.
ChatGPT, I think, has illustrated to people just how advanced AI has become. And there are much more advanced versions of that are coming out.
I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads, by a lot.
Because if one company of small group of people manages to develop godlike digital superintelligence, they can take over the world.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
At least when there's an evil dictator, that fewer is going to die. But for an AI, there would be no death. It would live forever. And then you'd have an immortal dictator for which we can never escape.
You know, it's quite dangerous technology. And I fear I may have done some things to accelerate it.
You know, I played a significant role in the creation of OpenAI. Essentially, at the time, I was concerned that Google was not paying enough attention to AI safety. And so I created OpenAI. And although initially it was created as an open source nonprofit, now it is closed source and for profit.
The average person, they don't see killer robots going down the streets. They're like, what are you talking about? Man, we want to make sure we don't have killer robots going down the street. Once they're going down the street, it is too late.
Do you feel that one day mankind could serve the machines and not the other way around?
Honestly, when I see people on their phones, I think we're already serving the machine. Humans have been the smartest creature on Earth for a long time, and that is going to change with what's typically called artificial general intelligence. So this is, say, an AI that is smarter than a human in every way. Predicting 2025, I think that's reasonably accurate. It will cause damage or death. There will be an outcry. There will be an investigation. Years will pass. There will be some sort of insight committee. There will be rulemaking. Then there will be oversight, eventually regulations. This all takes many years. The way in which a regulation is put in place is slow and linear, right? And we are facing an exponential threat. And if you have a linear response to an exponential threat, it's quite likely the exponential threat will win. AI would be used to make incredibly effective propaganda. Hones the message, looks at the feedback, makes this message slightly better. Within milliseconds, it can adapt its message and shift and
react to news. And there's so many social media accounts out there that are not people. Like, how do you know it's a person, not a person?
Because the AI has been advanced for a while. It just didn't have a user interface that was accessible to most people. So what really ChatGPT has done is just put an accessible user interface on AI technology that has been present for a few years.
I think digital superintelligence will happen in my lifetime. 100%.
Okay, so you could
Well, geez, we're
check
screwed,
that out.
guys.
So a couple of things. The little button that says click, I am a robot. ChatGPT worked a way around that.
Mhm.
So it actually found a way. It told it got an operator on the phone and said, I am visually impaired and I can't see the image properly. And the person on the other end didn't know they were talking to an AI,
Right.
and they clicked the image for it. Okay. Now, the thing is, what Elon said about the phones right off the bat, right? He's like, I see people on their phones and I think they're already serving the AI. Just think about what we're doing with screens. Okay. Like, your whole life is revolved around screens. We have an altar in your home with a screen on the wall. Like, this was a worry when we were kids and our parents thought we just had TV. This is before the advent of the phone. Like, your phone, your iPad, your laptop, your computer, your TV, all these things, we put them up on altars and we serve them. I think about how much time I spend on this thing, and he's right. We're already serving the machine.
Mhm.
Now, my biggest fear and why I say it could be the golden calf is because you have this intelligence, this artificial intelligence. Now, once they put that intelligence into some kind of a body, it now becomes an idol that it, like, if you really understand what ancient idol worship was, the golden calf, they would make this calf or they would make this figure, and as they were making it, they would cover the nostrils on it, and after it was completed, they would open the covering off the nostrils as if life was being breathed into it, just like God breathes life into Adam, and they would breathe an intelligence into it. Now, if you have some kind of like a robot or something with this super intelligent interface, people are going to look. I already think pornography is idol worship in a form of like a succubus. Like, a man is looking at this image on a screen and he's giving a part of his soul to it. Like, I already think that's idol worship. Now, if we have something like, because I saw Kennedy Hall did will the Antichrist be the AI? Like, he put a video out the other day talking about the Antichrist and AI. Eric Sammons did a video on AI the other day, and I
Yep.
felt like they were not that they weren't understanding, they weren't touching on the subject of, if this thing gets embodied, that it actually becomes an idol at that point that people are worshiping.
Well, I mean, they already are embodied in the sense that it's physical. It's silicone and semiconductors and things like that. So, I mean, it already is embodied in a sense, which is what makes it possible to be, influenced by things like demons, right? Because demons can influence the physical world. But yeah, I think a lot of people, even when we think about the dangers that might have if like they talked about robots with guns walking down the streets, but like the danger is way before that. I mean, we're already at the point now where it's creating images that are, aside from every once in a while having like a sixth finger, which is a whole nother topic, but it's pretty believable. Like, in another generation or two of this technology, we will not be able to believe a single image or video that we see. We won't be able to believe a conversation we have vocally with someone we even think is a family member, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
like the deep fakes are getting scared. Do you know what Uncanny Valley is?
yeah.
So Uncanny Valley, for anybody that doesn't understand, it's when you have like a human like image or a human like doll or something that is really close to looking human, but not quite, and it gives you a creepy feeling. Like, do you remember? I forgot what cartoon it was. Maybe it was like the original Shrek when they showed it to like a focus group. Like the original way they did Shrek, it was so realistic that kids were freaking out and like terrified of it, that they had to go back and make it more cartoony, because there's this weird interplay between fake and real, that when you catch it in this certain, like in between phase, it's called uncanny valley, where it really creeps you out, because it's human looking but not quite all the way, and it's like something intuitive in us that scares us.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the eyes, like,
There,
you ever watch, oh sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, they've there's a couple of theories as to what causes that feeling. A lot of the theories involve evolution, right? Like they theorize like human, like
Like the
that either
Neanderthal or something.
we no well yeah. So that's one of them. We evolved this fear of things that are like us but not exactly us, either because of other hominid species that were killing us and we were killing them, or that that we evolved this because what is one thing that looks a lot like a living human but isn't and is dangerous? Well, it's a corpse, right?
Yeah.
They have diseases and things like that. There's a theory that we evolved this, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean like macro evolution. It could just be like an instinct we've picked up over the years. So maybe a fear of corpses. Others say that there was maybe another sort of creature or something that was around in the early days that
Maybe before the flood.
that we were afraid of. Maybe before the flood, like
Maybe
Nephilim.
before the flood.
Yeah,
like we were talking
Yeah.
about this, in the episode with Taylor. It's like we don't know what was before the flood. Like there could have been like gene splicing and experiments going on. Like I really do think a lot of the technology we see today comes from occult things. Like there's a reason why you see at the Hadron Collider that they have that ceremony with the occult, it really looks like some ritual that they're doing. I really think a lot of the technology you see today is given by demonic influence. Like I don't think
So
that
much of the-
humans could have so much of the
I was
what?
just say so much of the occult is about finding hidden knowledge, right? I mean, like that's what Aleister Crowley and stuff, the theosophy, and that's what it was all about, finding this hidden knowledge and getting power from it. And like throughout so much of our history, people thought that meant like magic, stuff like that. It's like, no, maybe it was just technology, because like so many of these occult figures are intimately tied with big business, and so many big business figures are part of weird groups like the Bohemian Grove and the Bilderbergers and all these secret societies that maybe are just a bunch of rich people snob nosing around, but maybe they're demon worshippers getting secret knowledge too. Who knows?
Yeah, like you got to really think about like the way technology advanced. They say like a good piece of technology is like you can't tell the difference between that and magic. Like the stupid iPhone is magic, dude. Like it's magic. I don't care what anybody says. Like what we're doing right now is magic. Like you live in Minnesota and me and you are sitting, both of us in our living rooms or wherever we're sitting, and we're having this conversation. We're broadcasting to right now 19 people, but hopefully more will watch it later. But
and think about it. All we might be doing right now is feeding a potential future AI info on how we think and things we're afraid of and how we talk and all that sort of stuff. Like, I think that's the real danger.
It gets into then people using it to write stories, right? And like, and even what he was saying about how the machine will be able to pick up propaganda and fine tune the propaganda message in milliseconds. Like so much. We were talking the other day about how there were girls who watch these TikTok videos of girls with Tourette's. And because they're sitting down looking at these 30-second clips, 7-second clips, 10-second clips of a kid with a tick, after they put the phone down, they develop the tick. Like that's how susceptible we are to manipulation like that. And it is really worrisome when you think about the different things people get in their feeds. Like I really think the whole woke thing was spread through algorithms. It's like if you think about it, what gets clicks? It's this outrage bait, right? So Facebook is constantly promoting the things that enrage us in the algorithm. So it's like if you're a conservative, all you're seeing is this libs of TikTok crap now.
Well,
It's like I want that out of my feed so bad. I don't care to see another
Yeah.
drag queen story hour.
well, think of what has been our biggest video on YouTube so far. It's that
the
clip of the Taylor Marshall ep, and it's the
Yeah.
clip that provokes conflict between Catholics and Protestants.
And Protestants.
It's gotten 100 and some comments on it, replies.
And it's all from like, guys, if you even knew the comment, like if you want to go see a wild like comment section, go look on the where is the Catholic priesthood found in scripture, the clip from the Taylor interview, because it somehow got into Protestant Twitter, YouTube. And it's just one comment. And the things that these people are saying are so preposterous, but you can't even argue with them because it's like you cannot have a theological debate in a comment section.
Oh, no,
It's like impossible because you're never going to convince somebody.
Well, not only that, like the YouTube comment section, it's like I don't know who's talking to who, and then you and I are both replying to people, and then they're replying to both of us, and I'm sure that they feel like we're schizophrenic because they probably just aren't aware we're both talking. I hate YouTube comment. Like please leave us comments. I'm not saying don't, but
well, the thing is the comments after the video, like if you leave comments after the video, the algorithm does pick that up. So if you guys do enjoy a show and you watch the live show, go back and leave a comment because the algorithm does pick up engagement. And when they sense engagement, just like that Taylor video, that's when they start putting it out and pushing it on people because they see there's a lot of engagement going on. They like the arguing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's I mean, it wasn't this crazy deep discussion I wanted to have.